Hey guys, Zanpatch here. Because I went on a cruise 2 weeks ago, in my Marvel vs. Capcom 2 video review I received a lot of negative to mixed reactions, I am going to do a review on something that is long overdue. The Smurfs? The movie. Really? A Smurfs movie? You have absolutely no 1980s franchise left to milk? For all it's worth? Really? A Smurfs movie? I mean, come on. I mean, thinking about making movie adaptations of 1980s cartoon franchises, the Smurfs wasn't really very popular. I mean, what kid in this day and age knows about the Smurfs other than from this movie? Not a lot. I would really want to see a movie based off of the Thundercats cartoon. Why? The 1980s original series was great, and it has a huge fan base behind it of loyal, dedicated fans. If you made the movie, you could make tons of money off of merchandise, like action figures, t-shirts, stuff like that. And you could make it a good movie if you gave it to the right director. But no, we got a remake cartoon. For all you people out there, is the show any good? Because I've been considering wanting to watch it for some time now. And it was not made any better because I was forced to watch this movie with this camp thing that my father signed me up for this summer, if you didn't know. And yeah, this was the movie that we went to go see. We had to see this movie because we also went with a bunch of 9 and 10-year-olds. We all had to think of the children. Didn't grow up in the 1980s original cartoon, but I did happen to see it on reruns, on Boomerang a few times. From what I remember, the show wasn't bad. It was watchable and sort of entertaining. Anyways, so the story of the movie is about the Smurfs getting ready for a Blue Moon Festival thing. When finally Gargamel finds the Smurf village and tries to capture some of the Smurfs so he can extract them somehow and become an even more powerful wizard. But as always in these types of movies, he gets so close. But then 6 Smurfs, aka Papa Brain and Gutsy Smurfette and Grouchy, and also somehow Clumsy, get transported to, you guessed it, New York.
Of course!
Wrong meme. So how was the movie? It was a lot better than I expected. A lot better than I expected. They hired some really great actors to play the humans and the Smurfs. Voice acting was really good. And I like how the Smurfs, the voice actors talked in their regular voice instead of being high-pitched, like in the original 1980s cartoon. So it's a lot less ear rape, and it was actually easy to listen to. This movie is also filled with advertisements for things such as Google, Blu-ray, Blue Man Group, some toy store in New York, and many other things. You can tell that Sony, or whoever made this movie, put these ads in on purpose, and it's just really stupid. The Smurfs look pretty good in this. They have human characteristics like eyelashes, irises, hair, and many other things. The animation is done by Sony Pictures Animation, who also made Open Season, and Open Season 2, and Open Season 3. It's probably one of the worst trilogies ever. Don't watch those movies. Don't watch those movies. And yeah, also they act very well with the humans or the people who are really there, and you believe that they are there interacting with them. The bad parts of this movie are the fact that, well, it's made for kids, and at some moments it really judges Phil's intelligence. Or simply put, it sometimes makes you or you and your children feel stupid. Especially some of the kiddie lines scattered throughout. The writing could have been a lot better. Not saying it was completely horrible, but it could have been a lot better. But the main thing that holds this movie down is the fact that it's a film made for little kids. Because of that, this movie has to take the Alvin and the Chipmunks approach by catching up with the times. Some examples are the fact that it takes place in a popular city like New York City. It tries to be cool way too often, and it uses the same type of humor from Alvin and Chipmunks. And it's very hard to take this film seriously. Sure, like at the end, it gets a little dramatic, but not that much. This movie had the potential of being a really great film. It has fantastic actors and voice actors. The writing was decent enough, it made me chuckle a few times. And the Smurf CGI was great and works well with the live action. But as I said before, the movie is held back by sometimes childish dialogue and humor, which makes it really hard to watch if you're an adult or somebody over the age of 11. Also in this film, not a single Smurf was smushed or smashed. I mean, come on, that would have been pretty funny to see. And they could have done it tons and tons and tons of times. Like the very beginning where Gargamel finds the Smurf village and he destroys most of it. Not a single Smurf was destroyed or messed up in any way. I mean, when they get to New York, in the toy store, they could have done it there, but nope. In the final battle, at the end, they could have done it, but nope. I mean, come on, thinking about it, it would have been pretty funny. I mean, Toy Story could do it, and now we're back to try with the copious amounts of toy parts scattering around everywhere in Sid's backyard.
Buzz, will you get up here and give me a hand?
I mean, come on. But you may be saying, Zanpatch, those are just toys. Well, I say they're computer-generated toys. And these are computer-generated 3 levels high little blue pixies. Sony and Columbia, you have no excuse. Now, I know Toy Story and the Smurfs cannot be compared, because Toy Story is obviously better, in my opinion. I'm just comparing the computer generation on both of them, or the computer generated 3 levels high little pixies against these toys. Also in the film, when Patrick looks up the Smurfs on Google, he, and I kid you not, reads from the Smurfs Wikipedia article. What? And if you go to the article, it says, in a nutshell, the Smurfs were created by a cartoon artist named K.O. And if you didn't know, the Smurfs was a comic strip before it was a cartoon. And on a part near the end, we see Papa Smurf look at a book that is a collection of the original comic strips. What the freak? What, so when K.O. was creating the Smurfs, he somehow drew and wrote a series about these mythical creatures that just so happen to be true? How much sense does that make? None. I saw the movie in 2D, not in 3, so I can't say anything about the 3D. I don't know how it is. Overall, this film's not bad, but not completely great either. More like in between. This movie is a lot better than most cartoon adaptations out there today, but that's not really saying much. This movie kicks the living crowd out of the Chipmunks, I'll tell you that much. And my ears didn't bleed. Not once through the entire movie. But the minor negatives make this movie stupid and annoying to watch if you're a grown-up. If you grew up with the original cartoon and have no children at all, skip it entirely. If you have kids, you should go take them to this movie. They'll have a good time and it'll give them something to do for an hour and 42 minutes. This is Zanpatch, and I hope you enjoyed my first movie review. See you guys next video.